discoveries of better things for better living through chemistry. Nearly everything in our daily lives is improved by chemistry, from transportation to the clothes we wear. Chemistry helps bring us better food, makes our homes more beautiful, more comfortable, helps protect our health, and adds to the enjoyment of our leisure time. Now, tonight's story on the DuPont Theater.
Mr. Fish, thank you. We'll have a table.
Good. Let me take your packages.
You're very kind. Oh, how beautifully made.
Thank you very much. We try to do our best.
Happy bar mitzvah, Sheldon Katzenbaum. Today, I am a man. Oh, congratulations, Herman.
Thank you.
I just love the tradition, celebrating coming of age. You know, it's a little like what we call confirmation.
Get away from there. I wasn't gonna put a bomb in it. Who knows what you're gonna do? I'll tell you this much, you're no Sheldon Katzenbaum. Why ain't I a Sheldon Katzenbaum? Are you kidding? You're both the same age, aren't you? You're both 13. That I can't help. So is Terrence. You're still in the 7th grade, and Sheldon's in his 2nd year of high school. That's item 1. Items 2, 3, 4, and 5, I wouldn't waste my breath on. So I'm stupid. Listen, I'm not as stupid as I used to be. Ask me a question. What's the capital of Idaho? Boise. Spell meretricious. What? Meretricious. For that, you can call up Sheldon Katzenbaum. When I'm hungry, my sister shouldn't ask me such foreign words.
So? If you got business in here, all right. Otherwise, I had trouble enough with you before. You heard me?
I'll take 2 jelly donuts. Here's your dime.
Hi. Do you have to? He's a friend of mine.
Who is he?
Teddy O'Hara, of course. He's been thrown out of school 4 times, so it's logical he'd be a friend of little boy Blue here. Lay off. He's not the worst guy in the world. Him and Gabe Gollop are the 2 best fighters.
He and Gabe Gollop, Billy. Now, what were you going to say?
Nothing. Just that we're friends. His mother's dead, and his old man's real mean. And I like Teddy, that's all. And it's no affair of hers. Teddy don't have many friends.
Heaven help that poor boy. In a wretched little sweater on a night like this.
Been using that phone again, ain't you?
Who said I was?
I said you was. And I heard you putting it down, too. Calling Brooklyn again, huh? Talking to your sweet Aunt Agnes, huh? Well, is she going to pay the telephone bill? How many lies did you tell her this time? What did you dream up today, huh? Christmas, maybe, huh? Did your sweet auntie tell you what she was going to give me for Christmas, did she? No, I'll bet she didn't. Will you tell her that I don't need her at all, see? That we don't need her. She never did like me anyway. And you think she likes you? Well, let me tell you something about your sweet Aunt Agnes. Let me tell you something about her. She's just too high and mighty, that's all.
Don't! Everything you say about her is a dirty, rotten lie.
A liar, am, huh? You're going to stand there and call your pa a liar, are you? Well, I'm going to give you something you'll never forget as long as you live. All right, Buster boy. I'll take care of you tomorrow. I got to go to work.
Hello? Hi, Teddy. Isn't it late for you to be phoning? Did you do your homework? Homework, I said.
Oh, yeah, homework, sure. Did all my homework. Was in the library 3 hours. That's right. What?
I said you don't even know where the library is. Now, don't just try to make me feel good. You and I have been friends for a long time, and if you finished all your homework, it would be the first time it ever happened, now wouldn't it? And wouldn't it be better if you and I were honest with each other? That's better, Teddy. Now, let's talk about something more pleasant. Well, Christmas, for instance. Oh, that's a secret. No, I'm not going to tell. I'll see you then. Well, of course. Good night, Teddy.
Type or the Elvis Presley type? The Como type. Why? You want to make something of it? Nothing. Say, where was Teddy today? You know, he sings real good. Didn't you hear? The guy's in trouble. And I mean trouble. He stole a cake.
So what's a cake? Who couldn't steal a cake? That's nothing for Teddy. Stealing a measly cake?
Say, was it a bar mitzvah cake?
How do you know?
Never mind how I know. Was it a bar mitzvah cake? A great big one.
Yeah.
That does it.
What's the matter?
I'm telling you, Charlie, I'm telling you, you should have seen that cake. The cops are after him this time. Not his father. Cops. The guy that owns the bakery's got a warrant out for his arrest.
Quiet, please. Idle talk will gain you nothing, and scandal will get you nowhere. Now look to your own sins, Thaddeus Foley. Boys' class has been dismissed, so please go quietly.
Bye, sir.
Oh,
Bye, sir.
Edwin Gansmiller and Billy Hayes, would you be kind enough to remain a moment? I have been to see Monsignor Donnell, and I had a chance to talk to him about that surprise I spoke to you about. Edwin Gansmiller, you and your partner here have been chosen to sing with the choir on Christmas Eve at midnight mass. Well, is that a surprise?
Yes, sister.
Well, how about you, Billy? Is there something the matter?
I have to go to my grandmother's that night.
On Christmas Eve? On Christmas Eve? Really, Billy?
No, sister.
That's better, isn't it? You're going to look very nice in your bright red cassock with the Buster Brown collar, if that's what you're worried about. Just like a little cardinal. Well, now, boys, you may go, and thank you for singing so nicely.
Do I have to wear the Buster Brown collar?
Billy, to please our Lord, we all have to do things sometimes that we don't like to do. Oh, Billy, just one more thing. You're a pretty good friend of Teddy O'Hara's, aren't you? Well, I'm worried about him, too. You pray for him, Billy.
Me?
Yes, you. You were in just as much trouble once and with much less excuse. Remember?
What'd they say about Teddy?
Oh, what didn't they say? The cops are after him. The guy from juvenile court, he's after him. Rabbi Gernson even. And Fisher's baker, that guy Herman, you should see him. Murder's what he wants.
I know, it's awful. I wonder how Teddy could have stole the cake that big. I mean, how could he get away with it?
They say he just walked in and picked it up. When everybody's in back of the store and there's just one customer, he's eating a strudel and he thinks that Teddy is working for Fish when he picks up the cake. Next thing, no cake, no Teddy.
They'll catch him. They'll kill him. I can feel it, Gabe, honest.
You think so, huh? He shouldn't have robbed Sheldon's cake. It's not as if it was just a cake, but he ruined a whole bar mitzvah.
I know. What do you think they'll do when they catch him?
They'll kill him. Just like you say. They'll kill him first, then they'll send him to reform school. I'm right?
It's real awful. I wish there was something we could do. Say, can you get away tonight?
I don't know. I think I have to help my father at the store. I'll ask.
Well, let's meet here at Fisher's tonight, okay?
All right.
We will return to our play right after tonight's story of DuPont Chemistry.
Well, how'd you make out, Jimmy?
Oh, we lost.
Well, that's too bad. What happened?
I dropped an easy pop fly, and two of their guys scored.
Well, don't worry about it, son. See, a ball game's like anything else. In order to win it, you have to learn to play a little better.
But how will I ever make the Little League team now?
You keep working at it, son. You'll make it.
Yeah, and I suppose someday I'll make the big league, too.
Well, it isn't which league you're in that counts, son. It's how well you do the job you're best equipped to do. This country needs big leaguers and little leaguers just as it needs big business and little business.
Dad knows what he's talking about because, though Jimmy doesn't realize it, only a few years ago, his dad was having a hard time setting up his own business. A skilled mechanic, he had been experimenting in his garage workshop with a new idea for a gearbox for use in electronic computers. But the pop fly he had missed was finding the right material for the gears. It had to be something that was lightweight and needed no lubrication. He thought a plastic might do the job and went to a large chemical company for advice. The company representative suggested nylon plastic, a product of extensive chemical research and development. Jimmy's dad found a molder to make the gears for him, and they worked fine. Before very long, he was in business. He called on suppliers to manufacturers in the electronics industry, and as orders came in, he set up a small plant, hired assistants, bought more equipment. He had established a successful business, just as thousands of small firms do every year. Yes, America needs both big business and little business, and each needs the other. For big companies can take on responsibilities and do big jobs that smaller ones aren't equipped to do because of their size. Only a big business, like DuPont, can afford the huge investment in money and manpower necessary to develop such things as dyes, cellophane, man-made textile fibers, plastics, and many others. But as you have seen, these developments of big companies, like DuPont, help hundreds of small businesses get started, help them prosper by supplying useful basic materials, which the smaller firms turn into products that benefit you. For example, this teamwork between DuPont and small businesses throughout the country brings you so many of DuPont's better things for better living through chemistry. And now, back to DuPont Theater.
God rest you, merry gentlemen, let nothing you dismay. Remember Christ our Savior.
You can't, huh? You just can't come.
We're too busy. My father would spin me like a bagel. He just gave me 20 minutes to come over here and get a bite to eat. Then I gotta get back to the store. If you hear anything more about Teddy, let me know.
Yeah, okay.
Hello, Rabbi. I'm glad you got here.
Hey, there's Rabbi Gertzen. He sees me. He probably wants to know why I'm friends with the guy that ruined Sheldon's bar mitzvah.
You see, what happened is that the king...
I'm getting out of here.
What do you know?
Nothing much. I just left Gabe eating the fishies. Rabbi Gerson was there. I didn't want to hang around. Here. Take the rest of them.
Make some yourself. Who's hungry anyhow?
Come on, who you kidding?
You're okay, Billy.
Hey, I got an idea. Come on.
What makes you think your mother won't be back right away?
I told you, she went Christmas shopping. Besides, if she came back, she wouldn't even snitch.
Yeah, guess she's like my Aunt Agnes.
You got an aunt?
Yeah.
You never told me about her.
She lives in Brooklyn. She's always lived in Brooklyn.
Teddy,
Yeah?
why'd you steal the cake?
Never mind. I took it, that's all.
You couldn't eat a cake like that. Nobody in the whole world could eat it. Why'd you really steal the cake?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you. You promise not to laugh?
I swear, strike me dead on the floor.
It was so beautiful, that's all. I figured I could change the writing on top of the cake and stash it in the furnace room of the bowling alleys. That's where I slept last night.
But why would you want to stash a cake like that away?
So I could give it to my aunt.
For Christmas, you mean? Give her a bar mitzvah cake?
I love her. says a...
Teddy,
I don't care what I say.
that's the sin, your own father, Ted.
I was going to take the cake to Brooklyn because my old man, he don't even let my aunt come near the house. One time when I was a little kid, she gave me some trains. He busted them. He hates her because she's high class like your old lady. Then last night, couldn't bring her the cake.
Why not?
Because I dropped it on the furnace room of the bowling alley. I dropped it on the floor.
I see what you mean.
Listen, I gotta get out of here. There's no use trying to tell me your old lady won't be sore. And so long, Billy, and thanks for the food.
So long, and take it easy. Jesus, Lord, help Teddy O'Hara. He's braver than anybody, but he needs your help. I promised to wear that Buster Brown collar and that dopey red tie and never to complain about it once. No matter if you help me or not. Please, Jesus. Please. Amen.
Now, attention, boys. This is our last chance to practice before Mass tonight. Now, I don't want you charging into the church like a pack of cavalry. Is that understood? Stevie, I think it's better if we change here.
They caught Teddy, all right. He's in the office right now. Monsignor Donald's there, and Rabbi Gerson even. You hear me, Bill?
Yeah, I hear you.
Mr. Fish is there with Herman the baker. How do you like that?
I said attention, please. Now, let's try to mind our own affairs. Billy Hayes, will you take your place alongside of Edwin Gansmiller, please? Come on.
Come in. Oh, so it's you.
Yes, Monsignor.
And what brought you in here?
Well, I wanted to talk to you about something.
Anything that Sister Benedek or Rabbi Gerson can't hear? Or Mr. Cronin from the Children's Court? You ever see this fellow before?
Oh, yes, I know this one. We spotted O'Hara leaving his house last night and followed him from there to the bowling alleys.
Oh, so you harbor criminals, too?
Well, it wasn't like that, no.
Well, what was it like then? You tell us.
Well, Teddy was cold, and he was hungry, and I gave him some chestnuts, and I took him home with me. He was so... You gotta help you, Monsignor, 'cause nobody else is gonna...
Governor, let's not break down. Did you know that your friend was hiding in the furnished room of the bowling alleys?
Yes, Monsignor.
I see. It should be no attempt to tell the proper authorities. Did you, son?
No, Monsignor.
All right. You may go now.
Wait a moment. Tell me, son, what do you know that's good about this O'Hara? Isn't there anything good about him?
He's braver than anybody I know. He loves his aunt.
that was good. It's almost midnight, and in just a few moments, we're going to be marching into church. Now, I don't... Oh, Billy. There. I really wish I had a picture to give your mother.
So my sister could show it all over the neighborhood. Hey, Billy, what'd you get for Christmas? I don't know things. I guess I'll do all right. I keep thinking about Teddy. Yeah, I know. Who don't?
Now, we're just about ready to go, boys. And there's only one more thing. Oh, good evening, Monsignor, and a very happy Christmas to you.
The same to you, sister. A fine pack of angels you've got here, sister. Well, you've got my sympathy. I was wondering if you couldn't use a first-rate Irish tenor. Could you now? Because, well, I tried him out myself.
We'd be very happy to.
I'll build the first guy that makes a crack.
I'm going to live with my aunt in Brooklyn.
This was a Don W. Sharp, Warren Lewis production. Next week, Thomas Mitchell introduces a new story of Christmas with all the warmth and tenderness of the classics. We invite you to make DuPont Theater's Three Young Kings part of your Christmas celebration. Brought to you by the DuPont Company of Wilmington, Delaware, makers of better things for better living through chemistry.